In this video, we are going to talk about how we divide whole numbers using long division. Now, there are 7 steps that we see here on this list, but talking them through one at a time without putting them into context with a problem is kind of weird. It doesn't work really well. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow the steps as we go through the problem. So let's look down at the example below. It says to divide the following, 54 divided by 6. So remember, when you set that up, the 54 is your dividend. It goes inside our division symbol. The 6 is our divisor. It goes outside. Now, the first step says to divide the first digit of the dividend by the divisor. But if the divisor is larger than this first digit, then we have to divide the first 2 digits. So if you compare here, 5 is smaller than 6. So what they mean is we have to take it as a 54. And we have to think, how is 54 related to 6? Well, 6 goes into 54. That goes into there 9 times. So we put the 9 up above. Now, see how it says write the quotient above the dividend. That's what we have done there. So we're on to step 2. Now, step 3 says to multiply the quotient by the divisor and write the product under the dividend. So 9 times 6 is exactly 54. So you'll notice we've written it under there. And now we're going to subtract. So you notice I've put a subtraction sign. And then we are done because we have no more digits to bring down. Now we can check any division by multiplication. So this is a very simple one, but it's kind of nice to talk through a simple one before we get to a more complicated one. 6 times 9 is the 54. So perfect. Now let's go through these steps one more time, but with one that's a little more difficult. 336 divided by 8. So put your 336 under the division symbol, the 8 on the outside of your division symbol. The 3 is too small, so I'm going to be looking at the first 2 digits. Now, 8 can go into 33 4 times, so we're going to put the 4 up above there. We're going to multiply 4 times 8. We're going to get 32. So you're going to put that underneath, and we're going to subtract. So that gets us to step 4. Now, when we subtract that, you are going to bring down your 1. Now, this should always be less than the number you see here, or you have not picked the right number of times that it goes into that. And then it says number 5, bring down the next digit of the dividend. So now we're going to bring that 6 down, and then we're going to ask ourselves from the start again, what can we do about the 8? How many times does 8 go into 16? And then we're going to start the process again. Well, 8 goes into 16 2 times, so we're going to put a 2 up above. We're going to do that 2 times 8 multiplication, put it underneath, because we're going to subtract. And then we have no other digits to bring down. We have that 0 remainder, so it went into it perfectly 42 times. So our answer is 42. Now we can check it. If you did 42 times 8, 8 times 2 is 16, carry the 1. 8 times 4 is 32 plus 1 is 33. So it worked out perfectly. So you can always check your work by multiplication. Now, the other problem we need to look at has 2 digits in the divisor. These ones all had 1 to start with. So let's look at one where there are 2. So let's divide 540 by 12. So again, 12 is more than 5, but 12 is able to go into 54. So let's start with that. Well, 12 times 4 is 48. So that is the most we can go without going over. So we're going to put a 4 up there. So we're going to multiply. 4 times 12 is 48. We're going to put it underneath. We have to subtract. Now from there, 54 minus 48 is 6. That's great that it is not more than the 12, so we picked correctly. We're going to bring down that next number. We're going to ask ourselves, how many times does 12 go into 60? That would be 5 times. So we're going to put our 5 up here. We're going to multiply. We do get exactly 60, which is great because that means we have a 0 remainder, and our answer is exactly 45. Now again, we can check it. 45 times 12 is exactly 540. And so that is a great way to check your work. So that is a little bit about dividing whole numbers using long division. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.